and the ideal solution would be to repair the entire pipe from manhole to manhole, so you don't have a lip in between. And the price, the unit price would then be reduced to a $45 per linear foot. So my recommendation is it would seem the most economical sense to take the lowest unit price per foot of $45 per foot at the 250 linear feet of pipe to be repaired. That would come up to an amount of $11,250. That cost would be basically an interior solution for sealing all those pipe joints that the TV video inspection showed were open joints. We still have the issue with the plate and the street restoration at the surface. I made a phone call with conversation with JMC, and I asked them that since they had some past experience with this particular location, I asked them, is there a possibility as a favor, would they be able to remove the plate and do the necessary street restoration within the limits of that plate at no cost? And he did offer to do that, and just simply needs to be notified that whenever the pipe joint's replaced, they'll come out and assist the borough with that cost. So there is no, at this point, if we can try to get this resolved within a...
You're looking at about $12,000.
Well, $11,250 for the pipe.
Oh my God, that's so cheap.
And JMC is offering their services for free to do the street restoration right under the plate itself. So if we wait too long,
no, somebody might change his mind.
He might change his mind. So
So
it's just an option. We tried to find a solution. So if council wishes to,
I think we need to vote on that
vote
tonight.
to approve it, it'd be great to try to get both contractors and try to get this thing out. We resolve one. No, this is a method. The technique we're using is not an open cut to excavate the street, go down and physically replace the pipe. This is an option where they open the manhole lids and they put in a flexible pipe. They put in a heated water with it, and then the pipe hardens with a resin, and then it's
Yeah, I know, they got all kinds of stuff.
Right. So it's a cheaper, there's no street restoration involved in that. So I think $45 per linear foot is a very reasonable price for this type of work.
Can I get a motion? I'm sorry. Are you done?
Sure.
Can I get a motion to award Third and Chestnut sewer repair contract to S.W.E.R.P. Incorporation of Bristol, Pennsylvania, in the amount of $11,250. Can I get a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Second motion.
All in favor?
On favor.
Aye.
Any opposed?
That whole fixed.
Get the whole fixed.
Madam President,
Yes.
may I point out, I think we skipped over something, maybe by some oversight, about the crossing guards.
No,
That's
I
very-
need to speak with the mayor before we
Well,
vote on that.
very important because it involves the safety of the children. School's back in
I
session
understand,
now.
and the crossing guards are already working, so there is no safety involved here.
They might need backup.
We need to, there,
Yeah, they got, Mike said something on the phone about, he had like different people that were involved that were gonna like sit, if somebody got sick or something like that.
we have substitutes. These are,
Yeah,
a lot of these are substitutes, so we
substitutes.
really need to
Yeah.
take a vote just to bring them on. You know, some of them are
We
working
need
as,
to take a vote to
Lady
bring
is in
them
the substitute.
on,
That's revenue
but,
neutral. Revenue neutral.
okay, council should have been involved in the hiring as well. Okay.
These-
Mrs. Brown, please let council talk.
Let the president speak, Ms. Brown.
Okay, I will speak to the mayor after the meeting. Okay, if anybody has a problem with that,
No.
No,
Thank
it's
you.
the mayor and police chief to run it.
can I ask the solicitor a question? They're not legally hired. The mayor appointed them in a special emergency. Can we extend the special emergency?
August, the second week of August does not constitute an emergency when the crossing guards did not start until September. If you would have gave us the courtesy as being council and involved us in the meeting, then we wouldn't be running across this problem.
These are applicants that have been
That
on
was
file.
not an emergency.
For years.
Okay?
When schools,
Thank you.
Why can't we vote on it and see
we
what,
didn't advertise,
But
they
we now
had
want.
applied for
Can
this
we have a
position
vote on it?
last year.
why not?
Well, if somebody makes a motion in a second, it can be voted on.
Excuse me, Mrs. Brown. Okay, this is going to be a motion on the floor because I'm a little tired of you, okay? All right. I'd like to make not make a motion, I would like for a motion on the floor to appoint Sarita Jackson as our Borough Secretary. Can I get a motion? Can I get a second?
I'll second the motion. I think.
Can I get a roll call vote?
Mrs. Vanauken,
Yes.
Madam President,
Yes, and before you continue on, Mr. Brundage, I think Massa has a mind of her own. She don't need you to
I'm
tell her
speaking to
no.
Massa, it's none of your business.
It is
what I
my
do.
business.
Yeah, what is it?
Mr. Lesher,
Keep out of my
I'll vote
business.
for
I'm in your
Jackson.
business.
No, you're not gonna be.
Mr. Meuser,
No.
What are you gonna give me, a
Mr.
disorderly
Brundage,
conduct?
Mrs. Kamara, 3-3. Mayor breaks the tie.
Say what, Maurice? You don't know what I'm gonna say.
Pay your taxes,
Oh my
Maurice.
God,
You don't know what I'm
start
saying.
that, Jesse.
Stop now.
Please, Jesse.
Did she
$50,000.
everything over if you appointed her Borough Secretary?
We
This
ain't
is
gonna get knocked out.
ridiculous.
We're on the roll.
This is crazy.
Why is it crazy, Paul?
Mayor
You
said
have
no.
too much.
No.
You
Mayor
have
said
too much
no.
to do, and we don't need you at the table.
Mayor said no.
Because when you're not at the table, we'll have a smoother meeting.
And you're not doing
And
things by the way you
need to-
should.
You need to fill in your seat
You've got
as
crossing
the
guards.
Borough Secretary.
Simple motion to hire crossing guards who have applied while it was your administration. They were already on
Can we
file.
move on, please?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Why
ridiculous.
can't we talk about the crossing guards? That is very important.
Mr. Mayor, Mr. Mayor, can I ask you a question?
Madam President, listen, I'm
Can
trying
I
to
ask
show
you-
you respect.
I'm showing you
I'm trying to
respect.
show you respect, but everything comes across that board about the mayor. Y'all want to table it
First of
or
all-
do something about it.
first of
Y'all need
all,
to show
can
me
I ask
respect
you-
like I show y'all
Can I
respect.
ask you a question?
That's point blank.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Okay, you had your meeting in August, the second week of August.
There we go.
Why didn't you involve council?
There we
Because
go.
you disrespected all of
How
council.
did I disrespect counselor?
Because first of all,
How?
you're calling it an emergency meeting. If school didn't start to September and you had your meeting in August, what constitutes an emergency?
You have to get,
I'm not talking to you, Paula.
this is ridiculous.
I'm not talking
It's
to
your
you,
crossing
Paula.
guards.
I asked a simple
Crying out
question.
loud.
I
They
asked a
need
simple
background
question.
checks.
Paula,
Child abuse
shut
checks.
up, okay? I've been
That's
trying
all
to give
done.
you respect. Shut up.
Every single one of them are Colwyn residents.
Shut up.
Simple. This is ridiculous.
Hold on a minute, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Are these crossing guards working every day?
Yes.
Every
Are they
day.
getting paid every day?
Yes.
So what kind of problems, just put it off the next.
So why can't you make
need to
legal?
hire them.
Why can't you hire?
Simply.
Why can't you hire?
Are they
Why?
working?
Yes.
Yeah, they working hire full time.
So what's your emergency? So what's your
Hire full
emergency?
time.
When people work for you, you usually
They
hire
cross these
them.
kids every morning and every evening.
Mr. Blue,
Y'all don't care.
are we
Y'all do not
stopping
care.
the children from getting
It's the mayor and
crossed?
police chief's decision with the crossing
Thank you.
guards.
It is.
you.
But council has to ratify the
Mayor,
hiring.
I'm asking you a
Thank you.
question.
Thank you.
Mayor,
And I just
I'm
answered
asking
you.
you something.
I just answered.
Are the crossing
I'm not
guards
saying
working?
nothing no more
Are
about
the
nothing.
crossing guards working?
Yes, they are.
So what is the emergency that we have to vote on it right now? And I'm talking to Mayor Blue.
In the real world, council
I'm
hires.
talking to Mayor Blue.
Listen.
Are they working?
Yes, they working.
Okay, if we
and
do not take the-
let me answer you.
Go ahead.
Let me finish. They is working, and I think they should be hired full time.
But not full-time. It's full-time for,
Yeah. The amount of hours
it's not
that you-
full-time, it's
Right.
part-time.
Yeah, the amount of hours,
So
20 hours a week.
my question again to you, Mr. Mayor Blue,
Go ahead.
are the crossing guards working?
Yeah, they working.
So if we don't take the vote tonight, are they laid off tomorrow?
Oh, come on.
No.
Come on. They ain't laid off.
It's a
Come on.
simple vote.
Everybody know that.
So tell me,
Everybody
so
knows
can
that.
you answer me a
residents.
question? Why are we going back and forth
Let the mayor and
if
the
this
police
no, we
chief
did not
handle it.
take the vote, Mr. Brundage? and you are out of order,
You're out of order.
okay? And the next time I will have you removed.
I don't think
Let's
so.
go, let's keep
I don't
going.
think so either.
Come on, Madam President.
Yeah, how about that, and I won?
Do it.
How about that?
And
How
you're
about
saying you
that?
don't
I
think
won.
This
so?
animal control.
Yeah.
And you're saying you don't think
He's not doing anything that to make him be removed. I've been to federal court on this issue
And Paula, what is your job right here, right now?
to guide you back in the right direction because you're all over the
That's
place.
what Mr. McBlain gets paid
That-
for.
He shouldn't even be here. He should be giving his solicitor's report and then leaving. But you're paying someone $200 an hour to show you how to run a meeting. That's ridiculous.
And
This is why we're
every
broke.
meeting a solicitor
We're
is supposed
broke.
to be here.
Not for the entire
Okay?
meeting.
Why not?
Because
You're making motions here, you're voting
motions
on.
are not
Shut
a
up.
legal
We're gonna
matter.
move forward, okay?
Jeez.
Because I am so sick of you.
Let's get
And I
back
can't
to
believe that y'all would not put
reality.
a borough secretary so she could sit her butt out there and stay out of council
Well, if we had a normal council, we wouldn't have this
a
problem, would
normal,
we?
if we had a normal borough manager.
You have one.
You do?
Yes.
All right,
President?
so dysfunctional. Yes.
Could we take a 5-minute recess?
No, we need to get over it
No,
because
you wanna
as she
keep
said,
going? You
we're
wanna keep
paying, we're
going?
going.
Are you not voting on the crossing guards? So
No,
you
we're
are-
not.
Where we
Katie
at?
Hamilton already works for us.
Down to the school district.
Madam President, could I address
Water
that, maybe
Street.
Katie Hamilton's worked for
clarify?
us for years. Why would she be hired again?
Go ahead, let the solicitor
Didn't
speak.
we-
I think there's a
Three to
solution to
three,
what,
and he broke the tie.
I think
No,
you
that was
originally raised
for-
the question, you had asked about the people that are on there, and you wanted the opportunity to talk to the mayor about the individuals who had been temporarily appointed on an emergency basis. It sounds like what the consensus of council is that you wish to continue, with the appointment of those crossing guards, at least on a temporary basis, while you're asking for time to speak to the mayor about those individuals and their appointment on a permanent basis. So what I would suggest is that, yes, the mayor he needed to have some crossing guards in place before school started, so he made those appointments, which in my opinion, he's empowered to do under the borough code. My recommendation to council at this point in time is that you approve those appointments at least on a temporary basis. If you wish to continue to discuss with the mayor about appointing those people on a permanent basis, you can certainly do so, but approve a motion to approve those appointments on a temporary basis until a different time when you've had the opportunity to talk to the mayor about all those individuals on a permanent basis.
That's put us a solution. And I want to make that motion.
Is there a second? Mrs. Vanauken.
I have a question.
I don't fight over crossing guards.
I have a question. The
The
crossing guards on this list, can you tell me which ones we hired this year that never worked for us as crossing guards before? Which names are they?
Who are you referring your question to, Mrs. Van
I guess
Auken?
whoever does payroll can tell me that.
Kyle Jackson, Antoinette King, Shakir Blackman, Margaret Catalinas, Carol Brink, Katie Hamilton.
Excuse me, can I say one word?
Sure. Go ahead, Mark.
Well, you do. These people have worked for us previous years. They didn't have to have background checks done again, did they? Katie Hamilton has worked for us for numerous years. And so has Margaret Catalinas. She worked for us last year. I'm asking you, who was on this list that never worked for us as a crossing guard before?
I read to you the list that were not ever officially hired.
Yes,
If Katie Hamilton worked, it was prior to 2009. Okay? She's not listed on any payroll. She hasn't been
Excuse
listed. So here is the list.
I'm sorry.
Please approve.
She's miscommunicating.
And yes, they do have to have background checks every single year.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
They don't.
School districts require it.
Darby School District for 29
Well, we're
years.
requiring them to have it done.
Okay.
school district.
And you don't have to have
Every
a
year.
background check every year.
Now, you do it once only.
Thank you.
No, you don't.
Mr.
Not
McKnight-
since Paul Sandusky, or,
Mr.
you better check the law. You better check it, every year.
Mr. McLean has come.
Are you gonna get mad because we're protecting the children?
You're lying because these people work for us.
Can we have a?
The motion, yes, Mrs. Vanauken. Mrs. Vanauken.
Motion already on the table, y'all. hey.
Mrs. Vanauken.
I will vote on the motion that Freddie said that they're hired temporarily until she speaks with him, and I want to know who you hired new.
I gave it to you. Madam President.
For years.
Madam President.
Well, I made the motion. I got to vote, yeah.
Mr. Lesher.
Yeah, I want.
Mr. Meuser.
Yes.
Mr. Brundage. Mrs. Kamara. Thank you.
Okay, come on.
I want to,
Keep going. Smart.
Okay, we're down to the Water Street, William
gotta
Penn
get
School
going.
District, bus pickup.
Okay, we got a problem there with Water
Delinquent
Street.
sewer fees.
Oh,
William
yeah.
Penn School District has 2
Occurrences.
occurrence, I can read, I just can't see,
Do you want my glasses?
Taxes.
of delinquent taxes listed on
Go.
important off list for 2011 and 12. The total amount is $19,083.35. William Penn School District never received the tax bills, and there has been no activity on usage at this site during these years. The property is tax exempt. William Penn School District and Portnoy are both asking for a resolution to this error and a financial agreement. Motion to approve a waiver for the fees owed for the above years on property ID 1200-00893-09 and property ID 12-00-00375-00 Water Street.
I make that motion.
I
there a
get a
second?
Second.
Is there a
Yes.
the
second?
motion.
Is there a second on the
Second the
motion?
motion.
Oh, my God. I have a question on the motion. They're putting the bus, this is the bus depot, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're gonna be flushing toilets down there, and they're not gonna be paying anything for it?
This is for the years 2011 and 2012, when the when the property was vacant
Vacant.
and no one was there.
Okay. I
The
see.
property is tax exempt, you're saying?
That's what
For the
Portnoy
2 years,
said.
right?
So what I'm saying is now they're gonna be down there flushing the toilets, and we're gonna be paying for the sewage fees.
Well, I think that they should have when they're using it, whether they use the property or not, they still may be liable for sewage fees. You're making